Hello my dear viewers, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, we will learn a new chapter of class 10th Hindi, Mera Bachpan, which is written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. It is an autobiography which is written by APJ about his childhood. Let us see. First, we will see the Lekhak Parichय means about the writer. आउल फ़कीर जैनुलाब्दीन अब्दुल कलाम जी का जन्म 15 अक्टूबर 1931 को हुआ। बड़े वैज्ञानिक डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम जी 25 जुलाई 2002 से 24 जुलाई 2007 तक हमारे देश के राष्ट्रपति थे। देश के आदर्श तथा जनवादी राष्ट्रपति के नाम से भारत के करोड़ करोड़ हृदयों में प्रतिष्ठित कलाम जी अपनी 82 वर्षों की उम्र में भी अनेकानेक सामाजिक प्रगतिशील आंदोलनों में अत्यंत सक्रिय रहे। बच्चों तथा युवकों के चैतन्यशील एवं बहुमुखी व्यक्तित्व के निर्माणार्थ आपके नए अभियान का मंत्र था, मैं क्या दूं। स्वपरिवर्तन की ओर उन्मुख इस अभियान का उद्घोष था, ईमानदार कार्य एवं ईमानदार का नाम। होमपाल अभियान द्वारा आप बचपन में ही इन सवालों को बोना चाहते थे कि मैं देश के लिए क्या दे सकता हूँ, समाज एवं परिसर के लिए क्या कर सकता हूँ। So this is about the writer APJ Abdul Kalam. As I told, it is an autobiography, which means the writer himself writes the story. It is a real life story of APJ. He has written about his childhood. The full form of APJ is Aul Fakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam. He was born on 15th October 1931 and died on 27th July 2015. He was not only a great scientist but also became President of India from 25th July 2002 to 24th July 2007. He was a democratic president. He was loved by the people of his great works. Sorry, for his great works. And even at the age of 82, he participated in various socially progressive movements. सामाजिक प्रगतिशील आंदोलनों में it means socially progressive movement. Children and young people were inspired by his multifaceted personality. Multifaceted personality means multiple qualities. APJ had multiple qualities in him. He used to run campaigns, one of which was Main Kya Doon. From his childhood only, he started thinking how could he serve the country, what he can give to the society, all that. So this was about the writer. Now let us see the chapter, the आत्मकथा। इस इस पाठ के द्वारा छात्र सादगी, धार्मिक सहिष्णुता, मिलजुल कर रहना और किताबें पढ़ने का प्रयोजन आदि की प्रेरणा पा सकते हैं। So after reading this autobiography, you will learn how to live simple life, religious tolerance, which means accepting or agreeing what other religion says, and also being friendly with each other. You will also learn to develop interest in reading books. Now let us see the first paragraph of this Atmakatha. मेरा जन्म मद्रास राज्य अब तमिलनाडु के रामेश्वरम कस्बे में एक मध्यवर्गीय परिवार में हुआ था। मेरे पिता जैनुलाब्दीन की कोई बहुत अच्छी औपचारिक शिक्षा नहीं हुई थी और न ही वे कोई बहुत धनी व्यक्ति थे। इसके बावजूद वे बुद्धिमान थे और उनमें उदारता की सच्ची भावना थी। मेरी माँ आशी अम्मा उनकी आदर्श जीवन संगिनी थी। मेरे माता पिता को हमारे समाज में एक आदर्श दंपति के रूप में देखा जाता था। So now here in the first paragraph, what Dr. APJ is saying, uh, he's saying that I was born in a middle class family. Madhya Vargiya Parivar means middle class family in Rameshwaram town of Tamil Nadu. Kasba means a chota shahar or town you can say. So he was born in Rameshwaram town of Tamil Nadu in a middle class family. Mere pita Jainul Abdin. Now here talking about his father. His father name was Jainul Abdin and he was not well qualified. He was not much qualified. Aupcharik Shiksha means formal education. He did not have much or good education, nor he was very wealthy. But then too, इसके बावजूद वे बुद्धिमान थे. But then too, he was very intelligent and he was very kind and loyal. उदारता, very kind and very loyal. मेरी माँ, now he's talking about his mother. मेरी माँ आशी अम्मा. His mother name was आशी अम्मा. His mother आशी अम्मा उनकी आदर्श जीवन संगिनी थी. She was very disciplined, respected life partner, means wife. मेरे माता पिता को हमारे समाज में एक आदर्श दंपति के रूप में देखा जाता था. So his parents were respected in the society. Uh, they were treated as an ideal person in the society. So in the first paragraph, what you come to know, where APJ was born, in which place, and how his parents were. Now let's move on to the second paragraph. मैं कई बच्चों में से एक था, लंबे चौड़े व सुंदर माता पिता का, छोटी कदकाठी का, साधारण सा दिखने वाला बच्चा. हम लोग अपने पुश्तैनी घर में रहते थे. रामेश्वरम की मस्जिद वाली गली में बना यह घर चूने पत्थर व ईंट से बना, पक्का और बड़ा था. मेरे पिता आडंबरहीन व्यक्ति थे और अनावश्यक और सभी अनावश्यक एवं ऐशो आराम वाली चीजों से दूर रहते थे. पर घर में सभी आवश्यक चीजें समुचित मात्रा में सुलभता से उपलब्ध थी. वास्तव में मैं कहूँगा कि मेरा बचपन बहुत ही निश्चितता और सादगी में बीता, भौतिक एवं भावनात्मक दोनों ही दृष्टियों से. Now in this paragraph what he is saying that I was one among many of the children. Means he was one among the many of the children. He had many brothers and sisters. So he's saying I was one among them. Lambe chode means good personality. Sundar means beautiful. Sundar Mata Pita. So he is describing the personality of his parents. Lambe chode. His parents were lambe chode. His parents were having a good personality and they were beautiful. But I was very short and very uh, very means I was not much beautiful, very sadharan sa, very simple look I had. My height was very short and I did not look like my parents. He's trying to say that I did not look like my parents. I did not have a good personality and nor I was very beautiful. I was very simple type of man. My height was also short and आई वॉज वेरी सिंपल लुकिंग मैन. हम लोग अपने पुश्तैनी घर में रहते थे. दे यूज टू लिव इन देयर पुश्तैनी मीन्स ancestral home. They used to live in their ancestral home. रामेश्वरम की मस्जिद वाली गली में बना यह घर. Now where this home was located, it was located in Masjid Wali Gali, in which where masjid was there, in that street only his house was also there. And how that house was, his ancestral house was, uh, it was constructed properly. It was like it was like a building, how you can, how you see in cities. The same way his house was built. It was built with complete bricks, mud and stones, with proper cement. So his house was it was looking like a good building only. मेरे पिता आडंबरीन व्यक्ति थे. आडंबरीन means very religious, very pious. So his father was very religious type of a man, and he was keeping all the unnecessary. He was avoiding all unnecessary things from his life. That means luxury, comfort. He did not spend much money on luxury items. He used to live his life very simple. But then too, all the necessary items were available in his house. Uh, it was available in his house, means there was no shortage of anything in his house. वास्तव में मैं कहूँगा कि मेरा बचपन बहुत ही निश्चितता और सादगी में बीता. In reality, if he would say that his childhood was very very simple and very happy. He was happy with his life. भौतिक एवं भावनात्मक दोनों ही दृष्टियों से, मीन्स physically and emotionally, in both the way his life was very peaceful. So in this paragraph what he's saying that I was one among the many of the children, and about his parents personality is talking, then he's comparing his personality with his parents, that I did not look like my parents, they were beautiful, they had a good personality, but I was short, and I did not had a beautiful look, and they used to live in their ancestral house, and that house was situated in uh, it was situated near masjid, near masjid only, in that street only. There was one masjid there only, his house was also there, and it was built completely, like it was looking like a complete means chune pattar wa int, means it was constructed properly. It was not like how you see home in villages. It was not like that. It was a good house. And his father, he was very religious type of man, and he used to avoid all unnecessary wastage, luxury, comforts. He did not spend his life in very luxury and comfort, in a comfort zone, but then to all the necessary things were available in his house, and he was very happy with his life. Now in the next paragraph, मैं प्राय अपनी माँ के साथ ही रसोई में नीचे बैठकर खाना खाया करता था। वे मेरे सामने केले का पत्ता बिछाती और फिर उस पर चावल एवं सुगंधित स्वादिष्ट सांभर डालती। साथ में घर का बना अचार और नारियल की ताज़ी चटनी भी होती। Now in this paragraph he is saying that I alone, मैं प्राय means I alone used to sit down on the kitchen floor with my mother, and how she used to serve me food. She did not serve me in plate, but she used to serve me on banana leaf. Kele ka patta means on banana leaf she used to serve him food, and what she used to give him, chawal. Chawal means rice. Sugandhit swadisht sambar. It means aromatic, delicious sambar, along with homemade pickles, achar, homemade pickles, and also fresh coconut chutney. So here he is telling how he used to have his food. Now in the next paragraph, प्रतिष्ठित शिव मंदिर जिसके कारण रामेश्वरम प्रसिद्ध तीर्थ स्थल है का हमारे घर से 10 मिनट का पैदल रास्ता था। जिस इलाके में हम रहते थे वह मुस्लिम बहुल था, लेकिन वहाँ कुछ हिंदू परिवार भी थे जो अपने मुसलमान पड़ोसियों के साथ मिलजुल कर रहते थे। हमारे इलाके में एक बहुत ही पुरानी मस्जिद थी जहाँ शाम को नमाज के लिए मेरे पिताजी मुझे अपने साथ ले जाते थे। Now here he is saying that there was a famous Shiv Mandir, because of which Rameshwaram was famous. Rameshwaram had become a religious place where people come for worship because of Shiv Mandir. And that Shiv Mandir was only 10 minutes away from his house. It was at a walkable distance, which took only 10 minutes to reach. जिस इलाके में हम रहते थे, now he is telling that where I used to live, where I used to live, that was a Muslim community, but some non-Muslim also used to stay there. They also used to live there, but there was no religious fight like that you are Muslim and I'm non-Muslim, like that. It was not a matter of concern. Everyone used to live peacefully, and they had a very friendly nature. Whether they are Muslim or not, that doesn't matter. All were living a happy life. And हमारे इलाके में एक बहुत ही पुरानी मस्जिद थी. In that area, in his area, there was a old masjid where his father often used to take him uh, for namaz. He often used to take him for namaz. Okay, now let's see the next para. रामेश्वरम मंदिर के सबसे बड़े पुजारी पक्षी लक्ष्मण शास्त्री मेरे पिताजी के अभिन्न मित्र थे। आध्यात्मिक मामलों पर चर्चाएं करते रहते। जब मैं प्रश्न पूछने लायक बड़ा हुआ तो मैंने पिताजी से नमाज की प्रासंगिकता के बारे में पूछा। वे कहते, जब तुम नमाज पढ़ते हो तो तुम अपने शरीर से इतर ब्रह्मांड का एक हिस्सा बन जाते हो, जिसमें दौलत, आयु, जाति या धर्म पंथ का कोई भेदभाव नहीं होता। Now, in this paragraph, he is saying that uh, Pujari Pakshi Lakshman Shastri. This Lakshman Shastri, he was a Pandit of a very big mandir. He was a famous Pandit and he was a very good friend of APJ's father. They often used to talk on religious, on spiritual matters. Adhyatmik mamla means on spiritual matters they used to talk. And जब मैं प्रश्न पूछने लायक बड़ा हुआ, when APJ grew up, what he did when he grew up, he put a question to his father that why do we pray namaz? Tell me something about namaz. So his father told him that uh, when you pray namaz, your body becomes a part of the whole universe. When you pray namaz, when your body becomes a part of the universe, in which your wealth, your age, your religion, your caste is not seen. To whichever category you belong, your prayer will be accepted. But you should have a good mind, a clean heart, and you should pray with complete dedication. Okay, this answer who gave? This answer APJ's father gave to him when he asked uh, to tell him about namaz. Then next para. मुझे याद है पिताजी की दिनचर्या पो पढ़ने के पहले ही सुबह 4 बजे नमाज पढ़ने के साथ शुरू हो जाती थी। नमाज के बाद वे हमारे नारियल के बाग जाया करते। बाग घर के बाग घर से करीब 4 मील दूर था। करीब दर्जन भर नारियल कंधे पर लिए पिताजी घर लौटते और उसके बाद ही उनका नाश्ता होता। Now here he's saying that I remember my father's daily routine. Dincharya means daily routine used to start from early morning. Paw Fatna means early morning, very early morning at the dawn time. So at morning 4 o'clock only, his father used to wake up. He used to pray namaz, and after namaz, straight away he used to go to his garden. He used to go to his garden, which was around 4 kilometer far from his house. And while coming, he used to bring approximately a dozen of coconut, which he used to keep on his shoulder, and he returned to home. And after that only he used to had his breakfast. Now next para. मैंने अपनी विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी की सारी जिंदगी में पिताजी की बातों का अनुसरण करने की कोशिश की है। मैंने उन बुनियादी सत्यों को समझने का भरसक प्रयास किया है कि ऐसी कोई देवी शक्ति जरूर है जो हमें भ्रम, दुखों, विषाद और असफलता से छुटकारा दिलाती है तथा सही रास्ता दिखाती है। Now here he's telling that in my whole life of science and technology, Vigyan means science and Progogiki means technology. Here APJ is saying that in my whole life of science and technology, I keep remembering what my father used to tell me. I try to understand his words. Then he thought or he believed that there is some dynamic force and superpower which uh, which will break all the sadness and doubts, whatever negativity a human has in his mind, all the hurdles and obstacles that stop you to focus on your career, that stops you to think about your future. He believed that there is some strong will, there is some strong power which will break all this negativity from you and show you the right path so that you can focus on your future, so that you can focus on your career. Okay. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पैरा। जब पिताजी ने लकड़ी की नौकाएं बनाने का काम शुरू किया, उस समय मैं 6 साल का था। ये नौकाएं तीर्थ यात्रियों को रामेश्वरम से धनुषकोडी, सेतुकराई भी कहा जाता है, तक लाने ले जाने के काम आती थी। Now he's talking about the business of his father. जब पिताजी ने लकड़ी की नौकाएं, लकड़ी मीन्स वुड, नौकाएं मीन्स बोट. Now his father started a business of boats. He now started making boats of wood. For whom he was making this boat? He was making for the pilgrims, to carry the pilgrims from Rameshwaram to Setukarai. Setukarai is a religious place where pilgrims go for worship. So this boat he was making for the pilgrims to carry them from Rameshwaram to Setukarai and then again bring them back from Setukarai to Rameshwaram. When his father started this business, APJ was only 6 years old. एक स्थानीय ठेकेदार अहमद जलालुद्दीन के साथ पिताजी समुद्र तट के पास नौकाएं बनाने लगे. बाद में अहमद जलालुद्दीन की मेरी बड़ी बहन जोहरा के साथ शादी हो गई. नौकाओं को आकार लेते हुए मैं गौर से देखता था. पिताजी का कारोबार काफी अच्छा चल रहा था. नाउ ही इज सेइंग दैट one local contractor Ahmad Jalaluddin, one local contractor Ahmad Jalaluddin uh, was also working with his father, because alone you cannot make boats. So he took the help of a local contractor. His name was Ahmad Jalaluddin. So both of them together were making boats. And after some time, this local contractor Jalaluddin, he got married to APJ's elder sister Zohra. Okay, after some time they both got married. Then नौकाओं को आकार लेते हुए मैं गौर से देखता था. So when they were making the boats, this APJ, because he was a small kid, he used to observe, he used to see how the boat is taking the shape. पिताजी का कारोबार काफी अच्छा चल रहा था. Then the business was running very smoothly. एक दिन 100 मील प्रति घंटे की रफ्तार से हवा चली और समुद्र में तूफान आ गया. तूफान में सेतुकराई के कुछ लोग और हमारी नावें बह गई. उसी में पंबन पुल भी टूट गया और यात्रियों से भरी ट्रेन दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हो गई. तब तक मैंने सिर्फ समुद्र की खूबसूरती को ही देखा था. उसकी अपार एवं अनियंत्रित ऊर्जा ने मुझे हतप्रभ कर दिया. Now what he's saying that the business was running very smoothly, but one day an incident took place which was very horrible. What happened? A cyclone came in the ocean, and that too, what was the speed? 100 mile per hour. The speed was so fast that it took all the boats which was kept near the ocean. It took all the boats of APJ's father, and also some people, they lost their life because of this cyclone. And at that time only Pamban Bridge also broke. Pamban Bridge is a railway bridge which connects Pamban Island and Rameshwaram. So that bridge was also broken, and the passengers who were traveling in the train, they also lost their life. Then he's saying that तब तक मैंने सिर्फ समुद्र की खूबसूरती को ही देखा था. Now APJ is saying that before this accident, I only saw the peace and calmness of the ocean. But after this accident, I came to know that ocean, it looks very silent, but when it gets disturbed, it can be so violent. So he was surprised and he was shocked. नाउ नेक्स्ट पैरा. उम्र में काफी फर्क होने के बावजूद अहमद जलालुद्दीन मेरे अंतरंग मित्र बन गए. वह मुझसे करीबन 15 साल बड़े थे और मुझे आजाद कहकर पुकारा करते थे. हम दोनों रोजाना शाम को दूर तक साथ घूमने जाया करते. हम मस्जिद वाली गली से निकलते और समुद्र के रेतीले तट पर चल पड़ते. मैं और जलालुद्दीन प्राय आध्यात्मिक विषयों पर बातें करते. Now he's talking about his brother-in-law Jalaluddin. He's saying the age difference. What was the age gap between them? Jalaluddin, he was 15 years elder than Ahmad. He was 15 years elder than APJ, and he used to call him as Azad. He used to call APJ as Azad. Even though there was a huge age gap between them, they both were very good friend, and every day these both they used to go out and they had a good talk. And where they used to go, they used to go to the seashore, the sandy area near the ocean. They used to walk there, and on which matter they used to talk on Adhyatmik Vishyoper, means on spiritual matters. They used to talk. They both were very good friends, in spite of having a huge age difference. They both were good friends, and they daily they used to go out near the ocean on the sandy area. They used to have a good time. They used to spend their time. Then next, प्रसंगवश मुझे यहाँ यह भी उल्लेख कर देना चाहिए कि पूरे इलाके में सिर्फ जलालुद्दीन ही थे जो अंग्रेजी में लिख सकते थे। मेरे परिचितों में जलालुद्दीन के बराबर शिक्षा का स्तर किसी का भी नहीं था, और ना ही किसी को उनके बराबर बाहरी दुनिया के बारे में पता था। जलालुद्दीन मुझे हमेशा शिक्षित व्यक्तियों, वैज्ञानिक खोजों, समकालीन साहित्य और चिकित्सा विज्ञान की उपलब्धियों के बारे में बताते रहते थे। वही थे जिन्होंने मुझे सीमित दायरे से बाहर निकालकर नई दुनिया का बोध कराया। Now he's saying that here I have to admit that this Jalaluddin was only the man who knew to read and write English at that time, and no one was qualified like him, and no one was having knowledge like him. Not only of Rameshwaram, but outside the world, but knowledge of the outer world also he was having. He was having the knowledge of outer world also. So he is giving all the credit to whom? To Jalaluddin, that he was very educated. He knew to read and write English, and because this Azad was very small, this APJ Kalam, he was very small, he was very reserved and conservative. So this man, this Jalaluddin, he supported him, he guided him, he always used to inspire him. He told him to spend more time in doing research in the field of technology and be with educated people. He showed him the right path. So all the credit he is giving to whom? To his brother-in-law Jalaluddin. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट। मेरे बाल्यकाल में पुस्तकें एक दुर्लभ वस्तु की तरह हुआ करती थी। हमारे यहाँ स्थानीय स्तर पर एक पूर्व क्रांतिकारी या कहिए उर्ग राष्ट्रवादी STR मानिकम का निजी पुस्तकालय था। उन्होंने मुझे हमेशा पढ़ने के लिए उत्साहित किया। मैं अक्सर उनके घर से पढ़ने के लिए किताबें ले आया करता था। Now in this paragraph he is saying that in my childhood books were very rare. It was not available, whatever books you want, that you could not get at that time. So there was one man, STR Manikam. He had his own private bookshop. So this man used to support APJ to come and take whatever book he wants. He could come and take. So here he's saying that in my childhood books were very rare. I did not get what I want to read. But one a man Manikam, he had his own bookshop, and he used to support me. He used to give whatever books I needed. द नेक्स्ट पैरा। दूसरे जिस व्यक्ति का मेरे बाल जीवन पर गहरा असर पड़ा वह मेरे चचेरे भाई शमशुद्दीन थे। वह रामेश्वरम में अखबारों के एकमात्र वितरक थे। अखबार रामेश्वरम स्टेशन पर सुबह की ट्रेन से पहुंचते थे जो पाम्बन से आती थी। इस अखबार एजेंसी को अकेले शमशुद्दीन ही चलाते थे। रामेश्वरम में अखबारों की जुमला 1000 प्रतियां बिकती थी। Now, in this paragraph, he's saying that there was one more man who had played an important role in my life, and he is my cousin brother Shamsuddin. what business he used to do. He was doing news. He was in the field of newspaper. He was publishing the newspaper, and he was the only newspaper distributor. Ekmatra Vitrak means only one distributor who used to distribute the newspaper in Rameshwaram. So early in the morning, he used to come in Rameshwaram station, and which was connected to Pamban Island. So from there, he used to come early in the morning. And how much copies were sold in Rameshwaram? 1000 Pratiya. Pratiya means copies, Jumla means total. So total 1000 copies of newspaper were sold in Rameshwaram. And this Shamsuddin, his cousin brother, he was the whole and soul man who used to distribute the newspaper, because no one was there at that time who was doing this type of business. Okay. Now the last paragraph of this आत्मकथा. बचपन में मेरे तीन पक्के दोस्त थे, रामानंद शास्त्री, अरविंद और शिव प्रकाश। ये तीनों ही ब्राह्मण परिवारों से थे। रामानंद शास्त्री तो रामेश्वरम मंदिर के सबसे बड़े पुजारी पक्षी लक्ष्मण शास्त्री का बेटा था। अलग अलग धर्म, पालन पोषण, पढ़ाई लिखाई को लेकर हम में से किसी भी बच्चे ने कभी भी आपस में कोई भेदभाव महसूस नहीं किया। Now in the last paragraph he is saying that he had three close friends, and the name are Ramanand Shastri, who was the son of the famous Pandit Lakshman Shastri, and Arvind and Shiv Prakash. All three were belonging to the Brahman caste, and but then too their friendship was so good that there was no fight and quarrel uh, because of the religion. Means the religion did not affected their friendship. They were very good friends, and they never used to talk on this matter that you belong to so caste and your religion is different. So they never used to talk on this topic. They were very good friends. So this was about APJ. I hope you understood. Thank you. If you like it, hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel.